So what if I told you right now in your kitchen cupboards is one of the most potent sports supplements known to man? Or what if I told you it could make you go harder, faster, for longer? I know what your wife would say, but Chris has tried those blue pills before and it was still useless. Now, I'm not talking about those blue pills. I am, of course, talking about bicarbonate of soda or baking powder. It's used in all sorts of household chores, from baking to cleaning to pest control to de-icing your drive to neutralizing acids. And that one right there, that is what we're trying to look at in the body. Now, the body naturally produces bicarbonate of soda from the kidney, but what we want to do is load upon it. The idea being that we load upon bicarbonate of soda, which is alkaline based, and we buffer that effect of lactic acid that builds up in your legs. Now, when your muscle goes into glycosis and lactic acid is produced, muscle contraction slows down and is limited, range of movement's limited, strength's limited, and ultimately you can't perform. Sports-wise, that is. So the idea is we take bicarbonate of soda, we load up on it, and that just buffers that effect and delays the onset of that lactic acid, burning those legs and hopefully making you last a little bit longer when it comes to a sprint or one of those all-out efforts. Now let's have a little bit of a science lesson before we get into it. Hello everyone and welcome to this brief science lesson. First, we're going to look at sodium bicarbonate or bicarbonate of soda, which has the chemical compound NaHC03. It's 1 part sodium, 3 parts oxygen, 1 there, another 1 there, and another 1 there. 1 part oxygen and 1 part carbon. So put all that together. Bicarb. Science. Now, the chemical compound for lactic acid is CH3. CH CO2H, and it looks a little like this. Lactic acid, clearly it's lactic acid. So we've got the carbon molecules, we've got the, I don't know, some are oxygen, some of these are oxygen, some of them are carbon, and some of them are just carbon dioxide and oxygen. You feel me? Basically, this is produced from the leg when you do a workout, and this here, when combined together, come in and attack it and buffer it and say, hey, well, it's less attacking and just saying, hey, listen, shh, it's okay. No need to get angry. Just shh, that's it. Calm down, shh. And they just give it a little love and just say, hey, you can get angry in a minute, but just not yet. So you could consider this as the agony aunt to the lactic acid. Yeah? Lactic acid is that angry little boy at school. And the bicarbonate of soda is his best friend, just saying, hey, shh, calm down. Science. But before we carry on, right, I need to make this disclaimer right now. Do not just go into your cupboard right now and start necking bicarbonate of soda. Do not do that. There is a strict protocol that you must stick to between 0.3 and 0.4 grams per kilo of body weight. I think you can go up to 0.5, but to begin with, go from 0.2 to 0.3 grams per kilo of body weight. That's going to give you your overall bicarbonate of soda intake. Now you can either put that in a 500ml bottle and just sup it between 60 and 90 minutes before your event or your race or your training session, or you can do what I do, which is this here. First things first, you've got your bicarb, you've got your scales, and then 5 separate mugs or separate glasses. From there, you're going to write the time in which you need to take these. Now, I've set these at 20-minute increments with my final one at 10 a.m, which is an hour prior to the workout that I want to do. So first drink 8:40, second 9 o'clock, 9:20 for the third, 9:40 for the fourth, 10 o'clock for the final one, and you can split that up in half an hour or 20-minute increments. I just went for the 20-minute increments. Then I'm going to fill them all up with 5 grams of bicarb, and then fill them up with water, Stir it as much as you can, try and dissolve as much of it as you can, but yeah. This is the hardest part of it all. One down, 4 to go. Now the reason I need you to know that if you go ahead and just take bicarb without even thinking about it, you're going to do what I did the first time round. And I did think about it, but I just got the measurements wrong. I shit my pants, all right? And I don't want you to have to go through that. It's not a pretty sight, okay? So go and do your research. Go and learn exactly how much bicarbonate of soda you need for your body weight and your gender. And then just err on the side of caution just a little bit, please. Because it happened today again. I think it's because my body's not used to it. Although I did try it last week in the Kiss Choice race, and this is something that I found unbelievably amazing. And this is why I believe it works. So the Kiss Choice race, 2 laps with some of the fastest people on Zwift, right? It's up the 7-kilometer climb at Innsbruck and then do a loop on the flat. I was hanging out of my arse on the first ascent up that climb. After 3 or 4 kilometers into the race, I'd been dropped. I was hanging on for grim death. I'd had a tough training session the day before, which meant my legs were so fatigued, they just would not perform to the ability that I wanted them to. But I had taken some bicarb before, and I was a little annoyed that the bicarb hadn't actually done anything. I was a bit annoyed, and I thought, I'm sure it worked better than this last time. But anyway, I ground out 2 laps, and as I got to the end, I put in a sprint. Now this is where bicarb came into itself. Fatigued like you wouldn't believe. No energy, very little motivation, but I wanted to finish strong. 200 meters to go, I stamped on the pedals. And when you've taken bicarb, it's such a strange feeling. When it kicks in, you know about it because you get that build-up of pain. And the pain's there. It's not a magic cure that just gets rid of pain. The pain's there. But then when you think it's going to bite, like it normally does, you get that pain is controllable, but then you get to that point where it goes, the pain is more than the effort. It just didn't come. I just went bop, 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 and it's been one of my strongest ever sprints on Zwift on a kicker. I felt great. I felt amazing. And it was at that moment there that I remembered exactly why we take bicarbonate of soda. It's not pleasant to drink, it's not pleasant on your stomach, but it does work. So it'd be interesting, have you ever used bicarbonate of soda? Leave a comment below, let me know. If you did, how did you get on with it? Did you have any problems with your stomach? Did you have to go and spend the first half an hour of your training session on the toilet like I did today before you actually got around to training, or were you fine with it? It'd be interesting to know. But there you go, bicarbonate of soda can be used as a sports supplement if used rightly and if measured out, can actually enhance your sporting performance. So whether you decide to take it or not, it'd be interesting. It's always interesting just to try it. Will it enhance it or will it not? But whatever you do, make sure you follow that protocol because I do not want comments below saying, Pritch, you told me to take bicarb and now my wife's kicked me out because I've all over the conservatory.